Welcome back. Fox Business Network's Liz Claman is live in Omaha, Nebraska this morning. She's capping off our coverage of the largest shareholder meeting in the world, the annual Berkshire Hathaway meeting. Countdown to the closing bell. We'll be on with a interview with Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all the big hitters from the conference. And Liz is right there, right now, from the big meeting. Hi, Liz.
Good morning, Maria. And I know you've been to this, but it was a couple of years ago. You've got to see how it looks right now. The crowds swarm around this 86-year-old chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, the likes of what you've never seen. It's almost like he's Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga never lets the crowds get this close to him. And you can see how when he walks the floor, because, of course, they have the convention floor where he has all of his businesses there, but let me back up and show you what happens at 2:30 in the morning. People are waiting in line from all over the world outside the CenturyLink Arena right here in Omaha, Nebraska. They get in line starting in the wee hours. It's pretty fascinating. Then the doors open. Look at the rush. It's unbelievable. People come running in. It's just nuts. But then when Warren goes on the floor and he starts walking around to Dairy Queen and to Coca-Cola, to all of the companies in which he either has a stake or outright owns, it's pretty impressive. And we get right up next to him and ask him about each business sometimes. And it was interesting. When we passed Pampered Chef, it was fascinating because he learned right at that very moment that sales of the Pampered Chef items, these kitchen items, had jumped 72%. Listen.
72%.
Year over year?
Year over year.
So sales here up 72%. What does that tell you about the economy?
Well, it tells us more about Pampered Chef. Well, the economy's fine, but the economy was fine a year ago, too. It's better now than it was then. It keeps improving about 2% a year.
It's interesting to try and get big interviews on this weekend because a lot of people are there, and many of the board members and then many of the CEOs of the companies in which he has a big stake. We ran into American Express Chairman and CEO Ken Chenault and asked him about the economy through the prism of Amex. You guys are a good proxy for the economy to see how much people are spending. How does it look for you?
I think at the end of the day, we feel good about our performance because we have a very diversified business platform. As we talked about our growth in international and the U.S., I would say we would still like to see more growth in the economy overall, and I think most of the growth is really being generated by the actions that we're taking in the marketplace.
It's not a surprise that he looks at it through that window of American Express. But I'll tell you something. Today, we're going to get the richest minds. Warren Buffett, of course, of Berkshire Hathaway, his vice chair, Charlie Munger, and best friend for 55 years, and Bill Gates, board member of Berkshire Hathaway, on a whole bunch of issues. From healthcare, as you know, it's going to the Senate, Maria, and we're going to ask them what they think about that. And by the way, Charlie Munger has sat on the boards of hospitals. He has a way of looking at things at 30,000 feet, distilling them. We're going to ask him, from what you can tell of the House plan, are pre-existing conditions covered? And we'll talk to Warren about the tax plan as well and much more. So we'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern.
All right, we'll be there for those big interviews, Liz. Thanks so much.